Hi guys, beautiful Friday, February 22nd, California, Southern California. Still chilly for us, low 60s, Fahrenheit. But yeah, we've been having rain, but today it's clear, and the next few days are going to be clear. During this ride you might be able to see some of the mountains in front of me. Snow-capped mountains. Don't see that all the time in Southern California. River over here. By the way, I'm shooting this in 360 format, or delivering it in 360 format. I'll probably do that in most of my upcoming vlog format videos. It just seems to fit that format good. As I gab on, you can spin the camera around and see where I'm riding. So I'm taking my my trusty blue ACM2 out for a ride. I'm gonna close the shades. It's kind of drying out my eyes. Yeah, on this wheel I had a flat, pretty dramatic flat, a couple weeks ago when I was on a group ride with guys from San Francisco. About 2 miles into the ride, I was on the street and I hit something that just gashed the tire. It was an in and out. It didn't stick in the tire, and slime was, I was told, was spewing out from the back. So it looked like my wheel was outgassing. Apparently it looked kind of cool. So I had to Uber back and change wheels, but anyway, slime didn't recover immediately, but I was hoping it would. And a few days later, when I got back to inspecting the wheel, I didn't find anything stuck in the tire, and it was still oozing out a little bit. But I filled up the tire, spun it up a bunch. There's still a little bit of slime oozing out, and I did that a few times. Went for a little bit of riding, and it seemed to be holding. It's probably a good solid week since I did that, and I didn't fill up the tire to go on this ride. It's still about 44 psi, thereabouts. But I can still see some slight evidence of wetness around the puncture wound. That's been kind of my experience with slime. It seems like it doesn't do a perfect job at sealing the puncture, at least immediately, but eventually, as it continues to leak a little bit and whatever is in that slime fills up the hole, eventually it seals up pretty good. So I'm just taking it for a little ride, about 25 miles maybe. I want to see how the slime holds, or how the wheel holds up with the slime in it. I don't anticipate any problems. So I'm riding in this river trail. I ride quite a bit, but this is the first time, probably in 2.5 years, I've been riding this river that I rode on this side of the river. So all the rivers in LA, Southern California, are like this or worse. Or they're covered with cement on the sides, and a lot of them have cement on the bottom for flood control. And there's bike trails, marked bike trails on at least one side of all the rivers. So you can ride for hundreds of miles in Southern California on trails like this. So it's great. Like I have about 100 miles outside my door, my house. Probably a quarter of a mile away, I can hop on and go for about 100 miles worth of riding without having to deal with traffic or switching to other rivers. So it's really fun. So on this particular trail, I normally ride on that side of the river. And this side, I don't know, I haven't come over here probably because one of the gates is usually closed, but a week ago I saw the gate was open, so I thought, oh, I'll check this section out and see what happens. And it's beautiful. It's looks newly paved, and there's a great park I'll show you in a little bit that I found. I'm not sure it's a park, but at least right now it's filled with water, and it's beautiful. And 2.5 years, and this is the first time I've seen it. It's just funny. So the lesson is, keep exploring. Even if you're in your usual places, I'm sure there's areas that you've never gone down. Go down, explore. That's what the wheel's for. It's fun. Now I got probably a 5-mile section of trail I can ride for variety. That's great. So here's this little kind of a lake that I found. I didn't even know it was here. It's not really a lake, it's an overflow for the river where we get lots of rain. They have these various basins that they can fill up with water. But it's pretty, looks beautiful. You can right out in the middle of it right here. I don't know if you can see the mountains in the video, but it's absolutely beautiful this time of year. The snow covering the mountains, very picturesque. You know, and you know, Los Angeles has a, you know, it's kind of a, well, it's an old reputation of being a smoggy, polluted place to live, but it really isn't. That was the case when I moved out in California, Southern California, back in the early 80s. I lived there months before I even knew there were mountains. One day in the winter, there was a clear day, and all of a sudden you could see these mountains. I thought, wow, what is that? Because they look like that. It was beautiful. Most of the time you couldn't see anything. Now, you know, 35 years later, and it's been this way for a long time now, you know, maybe a couple decades. You can see the mountains all the time. They're never, you know, we don't, smog is, the air is pretty good. It's really good, I'd say. And that's just the fact that I can see the mountains year-round now. It's great. This is a nice little trail, nice little scenic spot to ride. I don't know if you can hear the motor on this ACM2. This is my favorite sounding motor of all the wheels I've ever ridden or owned. It's got this warbly, kind of a sci-fi sound effect to it. It's the one motor that's not annoying to me. There's no whine. It's just this, listen to it. Doesn't that sound cool? I don't know. I don't know what they did Gotway when they made the ACM2. It'd be cool if I wouldn't mind if all the wheels sounded like this. And people can certainly hear it. Pedestrians, they hear me coming, but definitely does not have that annoying whine that many wheels still have. Though having some conversations on the forum and just been talking about noisy wheels now, and just, you know, the MSX is the quietest wheel ever made. I think close second is a Z10. Super quiet wheels. And the 84 volt wheel, Eddie mentioned to me that the 100 volt wheel is not so quiet, which is interesting. The sound from the motor is really coming from the drive electronics. It's not the motor. So whatever they had to do for the 100 volt wheel, I guess they lost some of that magic sauce. So on health news, it's been 2.5 months since I had the face plant, and the shoulder still hurts when I go off to the side. So I went to the doctor last week, and he ordered up some x-rays, and I just got a call, and I just got a call today actually, to say that I need to see an orthopedic surgeon, which I had already made an appointment for in a week. Apparently the x-rays, he's not sure, but it looks like I have a fractured humerus. Fancy name for a broken shoulder. So I guess I'll find out in a week or so how bad it is. I'm really hoping I don't need surgery. Maybe just put my arm in some kind of a sling to keep it more immobilized. And you're probably saying, well, why am I out riding on a wheel right now? Because I'm crazy. Because I'm addicted to riding EUCs. Aren't we all? It would be a bummer if I'm really have to go into a sling, or if I really have to stop riding for a few weeks. I'm going to start shaking because I don't know. I've ridden just about every day of my life for the last 2.5+ years. That person couldn't hear me, but they're on the phone talking. Alright guys, just a little quick video, say hi, and hope you're enjoying all your riding, and please do think about wearing safety gear. This jacket has armor in the shoulders and elbows, and of course I'm wearing my knee pads and my wrist guards and a helmet. It's too cold to wear my it's still too cold to wear my full armor, because that thing's like a mesh, and this jacket has some padding in it, so it's warm. All right, see you guys later.